haciendo streaming de eso. Ahora mismo la verdad que
igual son las mismas, porque son las mismas físicas. Pero claro, esto todo lo que tenemos que tirar algo mismo, no acabamos de conocer.
Hey, Brent, tonight, two strong reserve units. As a player, what are some of the advantages of coming off the bench and playing?
I think, Kevin, if you think about coming off the bench and mentally you're into the game, you'll understand the rhythm of when you check in and where you might be able to take advantage of what they're doing defensively, some of their offensive schemes. You might have seen the sets, so it's important to pay attention while you're on the bench and then come in and impact the game in a positive way.
You can get in the flow of the game without even playing.
Sometimes, and then you also get to play against another team's bench, which can sometimes help you find your rhythm a lot quicker than going up against the start.
Good point. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court for San Antonio, Tracy McGrady is out there with Duncan. Then there's West, and there's Carter, and it's Yao, and at the 5, roaming the paint. 6 on the shot clock. West can't hit. Bird gets to Curry. Over West. Tim Duncan grabs the miss.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
Now, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I caught up with Greg Popovich. This is a team that loves to run, and he really wants to see them do what they love. So transition ball should be the order of the day, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's West. Following the basket by Larry Bird. It's good. West has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
I love his will, his take charge attitude, the aggressiveness, all of that showing up here in the first.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Out to Wade. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Well, this Heat team is a collection of a hodgepodge of players, just interesting combinations, guys who can switch all over the floor. But I think they're still trying to find out what their role is, who's going to end up stepping up to be the scorer that they lean on, and they try to be greater than the sum of their parts under Eric Spoelstra. Some nights they are.
Now here's West. Carter with it, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And the Heat culture, not for everyone certainly, intense practices, a lot of preparation, demanding fitness standards. There's a lot to digest.
Well, Pat Riley is still around, isn't he, Kevin? So with that fact, Eric Spoelstra doesn't stray too far from what it is that brought Pat Riley a ton of success in Miami in setting up that culture and that sort of work mentality on a daily basis. You got to be tough and you got to be willing to work if you're in Miami.
Good on the second free throw.
Yeah, Carter just a freak of nature, one of the best dunkers the game has ever seen, a top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
Bird dishes to Curry. 1:49 left in the first quarter. Here's Malone, and that one drops. Malone's got his first basket of the night.
And Malone, a high percentage scorer when he gets it in deep. Once he's got the defense on his back, the game becomes easy with his ability to score.
Now here is Carter. Shoots it up. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Mindset right now is pretty strong. Superb at staying aggressive and right now stringing some plays together.
And Durant, here we go. Yao with the block.
And you have to appreciate the reach of Meade. Superb at putting himself in a good position there to block the shot.
59 seconds left to play in the first. Curry passes to Malone. Back to Curry. Hangs in the air. He lays it in.
That's a perfect reverse, using the backboard as his friend. Drew the defender in and just slipped it to the other side.
McGrady outside. For three, West. Rebound, Malone. Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Wade, good.
And while Wade doesn't pull the floater out all that often, when he does, it's usually pretty silky smooth.
Now here's West. He's got 6. McGrady outside. Out to Carter. Shot clock at 3. Nailed from three-point land. Carter's got 6.
Well, when you see a teammate over-rotate, you just swing it around, the perimeter's wide open.
Durant finds Wade. Over Carter. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Spurs up 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
So far, they've been active, scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
Well, when you come out in the first quarter with that kind of offense, obviously the game plan is in full effect. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going.
On the floor for San Antonio, Draymond Green is out there with Pierce. Then it's Walton. Then there's Havlicek, and it's Kuzi into the 1 spot.
And you can see Kidd's ability to pass truly is a gift. When one of his teammates is open, he is quick to get them the ball in rhythm.
Here's Kuzi after the Heat pick up 2. Feeds it to Walton. Pierce kicks to Havlicek. Over Mullen. And the Spurs scoring again. Opening night is upon us. Every team looking to come out of the gate strong. As we know, only half are going to get to the end.
Don't tell them that, Kevin.
I know you can't.
Let it breathe a little bit. It is a long season. The teams, as we've seen in the past, sometimes what we're watching here tonight, 6 or 7 members of that team might not be on it come February. So got to temper your expectations. Watch the way guys have maybe improved from last season coming into this season. Excited about young teams and the opportunity of their potential, but things can change quickly in this league.
But don't you love the optimism at this time of year?
No doubt about it. Everybody's fired up for the opportunity to show what it is, especially as a player, what you worked on in the offseason to bring it to the hardwood and show your coaching staff the type of work you put in.
And the first one drops. Brent, for as long as Coach Popovich has been at the top of this game, what really is there left to say?
I don't think there's much more you say on a professional level, but there's a lot to be said about the compassion and the things that Pop has done on a personal level for years behind the scenes, championing guys on his staff, supporting not only current players but former players on his team. The interesting thing for Pop the last couple of years is just how outspoken he's been in terms of the equality, not just around the NBA, but around our nation, and some of the statements he's made that have garnered a lot of political attention. Greg Popovich not afraid to express some of the things that maybe deep down we all believe in.
And love watching Mullen shoot the ball. A terrific score, especially from the mid-range.
Kuzi passes to Green. He feeds it to Havlicek. Basket counts. Havlicek's got the lead up to 6 now for the Spurs.
Got to give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Mullen kicks to McHale. Pass to Howard. Good ball movement here by Miami. Bird against Pierce. Shot's good from Bird.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Here's Kuzi. He's covered by Kidd. Down low. Green. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Brent, when you won your first championship back in 2005, you were inserted into the starting lineup in the playoffs against the Nuggets. What did that feel like?
Well, that was a lot of fun. I joked around a lot about I was replacing Manu in the starting lineup. It was very exciting to have that opportunity, and obviously that team that year going on to do great things. The goal we set out to do was win the championship. Mission accomplished.
First one falls for him.
And the fire that Draymond Green plays with, I think, is the most admirable quality. Knows how to get himself and his teammates going throughout the course of a long, grinding 82-game season.
Stephen Curry's checked in for Miami.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Mullen against Walton. From 13, and Walton sends it back.
And how about the anticipation and timing? You know, we talk about Walton's offense. How about the defense, though, he provides for this team?
Now here's Curry, following the miss by Draymond Green. Curry dishes the kid. Back to Curry, passes it to Mullen. Here's Howard, goes back up, and it's good on the way in.
I like how hard he's working on the glass. A strong big man who is excellent at coming up with second chance opportunities.
Havlicek outside. That shot misses. Now the Heat take it the other way. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage. No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for them here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Mullen against McGrady. Over Mullen. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. McGrady's got his first basket.
And McGrady, as accomplished a mid-range shooter as we have in the game, keeps that high release point on the jump shot.
Now here's Curry. Lets the three fly. No good on that one. And so that brings the first half to a close. Spurs lead.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, what needs to change?
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. Well, for San Antonio. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
They did some good things, but not enough. They need to start being more assertive. Go harder to the rim. Generate some free throw opportunities at the very least. Do something.
And now with the second half about.
A shot of American Airlines Arena in the whites of Miami, Florida. Welcome back, everyone, to the action here. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Heat. 6-point game. Well, Brent, the Heat with an experienced front office and one of the best young coaches in the league in Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah, Spo has done a remarkable job. Tremendous amount of respect around the league for the way that Eric Spoelstra goes about his business, the way he handled the title runs and all those personalities and those dynamics. He has been fantastic and will coach in Miami for as long as he wants to. The way he goes about it is pride, work, and respect for anybody that walks through those locker room doors.
They've got Malone. Durant is out there with Bird. Then it's Curry. And it's Wade in at the two-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's McGrady after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. with some arc. Malone with the block.
How about the quicks there by Malone to get up and deter that shot, utilizing that size and reach for the rejection. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
San Antonio with the ball after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Carter the pass to McGrady. That's in there. Carter with the assist. McGrady's got his second bucket of the night.
And how about getting a hand up on McGrady, especially when he's looking to shoot from the outside?
It's stolen by McGrady. West down low, guarded by Curry. And the rejection by Curry. Bird against Duncan. Here's Wade. And he banks in the layup. Wade's got 8. So many teams switching the pick and roll, and we can see it defensively, what it does. How are offenses countering it?
I think the offense is what they're doing, Kevin, is being selective as to who it is comes out to set the pick. If I'm Steph Curry or I'm Kyrie Irving, and I know there's a big defender guarding my 4-man or my 5-man, I'm going to call that screen up to the top of the key and make sure that I can go at the weaker defender that's guarding either one of my players to gain advantage.
West gets the bucket.
And that's what you get when you combine the range and just his overall confidence. Mr. Outside.
Now here's Bird. Curry with it. West picks him up. Here's Malone. Over Yao. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. There's the feed to West. Shoots over Curry. That's good from West on the assist by McGrady. And it's an 8-point Spurs lead.
Now he's torching the D right now, hitting a high percentage of all the shots he's let fly.
Back to Curry. West against Bird. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for San Antonio.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
Poked away. Carter kicks to Duncan. And some changes here for the Heat. Mullen comes in for Bird. And Jason Kidd has subbed in for Steph Curry. .41 seconds left in the third. Pierce finds Duncan. And Durant sends it back.
An extremely fluid athlete with sneaky explosiveness. It's a wonder Durant doesn't block more shots.
That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. Kidd passes to Wade. We got 22 seconds left to play in the third. Good ball movement here by Miami. 4 on the clock. Looking to end the run. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
As soon as Dwayne Wade sells the defender with the pump fake, he's going to go right to the body, and it makes that call an easy one.
The Heat shooting their first foul shots of the night here. Good on the second free throw. 9 seconds left in the third quarter. On the wing, Havlicek. Off target with his 3. And so it's San Antonio ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Right back after this break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. They've got Walton. He's out there with Pierce. Duncan out there with Havlicek. And it's Kuzi in at the point.
Well, in that area of the floor, that's where Tim Duncan really shines. He knows how to take care of business from there.
Wade on the wing, covered by Havlicek. Back to Wade. Lobbed up there for Howard. And Howard with the stop. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Walton the pass to Pierce. Clock at 6. Duncan down low. He's against McHale. Tries yet again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Kevin McHale.
You just got to be careful on defense with Duncan having the ball that close to the basket. He's so adept at picking up shooting fouls like he did there.
That free throw good from Duncan. Larry Bird's checked in for Dwight Howard. And he can't hit the second.
Been pretty interesting to watch Tim through his career have some struggles from the free throw line and then regain his consistency.
And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Bird.
And defensively, neither side able to get many stops.
Well, it's one of those nights where if a team down the stretch can get 1 or 2 stops, they may win it.
Now here is McGrady, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wade. A different look for Miami. Malone's checked in for McHale. Kevin Durant comes in for Mullen. And Curry subbed in for Jason Kidd. Yao checked in for San Antonio. Pierce dishes to McGrady. Back to Pierce. Shot clock at 5. Tries again. Duncan. And the jumper from down low is good.
Well, great hustle from Tim Duncan, but great positioning as well. So skilled at using his long arms to haul rebounds in.
Timeout called, the Heat. They're trailing by 10. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Tracy McGrady.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, during that break, Eric Spoelstra had some words for his team. He said, guys, we look like we're running in mud. Let's get out and see the early offense. And if it's not there, let's run the half-court offense. Pretty good advice, Kevin.
The free throw drops for West. One of my favorite moves is the Euro step. I know it's one of yours as well. There are a lot of guys that can do it well.
Well, I got to see Manu Ginobili step around me for years in San Antonio. But I think James Harden is still the most devastating Euro step player we have in the game. There's something about the lefties, isn't there, Kevin? We have a hard time figuring
they throw you off. They throw you off automatically just by the left hand.
Right.
Then they add the little side step.
And James Harden with the shiftiness and the way he moves the ball around and draws contact. I know there are a lot of people that get aggravated by that, but he's nearly impossible to stop, especially when he's got his passport with the Euro step.
He slithers. Now here's West. Shoots over Curry. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
And, oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance. Got that one up quick. And the Spurs lead by 14.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for San Antonio.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Vince Carter.
Just active on defense, little things like clawing and scrapping and tipping passes and contesting shots. Came up with a lot of steals.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
And here is West. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony.